All right, coin hunters, buckle up because today we are talking about a penny that could change your life. And no, I'm not talking about one of those lucky pennies you find heads up on the sidewalk. I mean a real deal, potentially life-changing 2009 Lincoln Log Cabin penny that's worth, wait for it, $3.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single little penny, the kind you probably tossed in your couch cushions or let your kid use in one of those gumball machines, could be worth more than a mansion. Now, before you start raiding your piggy bank, we're going to break down everything you need to know. What makes this penny so valuable? What errors should you look for? And why do some have a D mint mark while others don't? Plus, I'll share a story about how I almost threw away a valuable coin. Because, let's be honest, we've all done something regrettable in this hobby. So grab your change jar, get comfy, and let's dive into the world of million-dollar pennies. First, let's talk about why this coin even exists. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released 4 different designs to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday. The first of these was the log cabin penny, representing Lincoln's humble beginnings in Kentucky. Now, most of these pennies are worth, well, a penny. But as you're about to find out, some rare errors and special varieties have made certain ones worth thousands, and even millions. You're probably wondering, okay, what makes this one special? The big money version of this penny has a few key factors. There are specific minting errors that make this penny incredibly rare. We're talking about double die obverse, off-center strikes, and even some insane planchet errors. If your penny has any of these, don't spend it. The Denver Mint, marked with a D, and the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, both produce these coins, but certain low mintage variations are what collectors are after. If you've got a rare combination of errors and a low mintage year, congratulations, you're holding a potential jackpot. Like any high-value coin, the condition matters. A circulated, beat-up penny probably won't be worth much, but if you have one in pristine condition, especially graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, you could be sitting on a fortune. Now, let's break down the most valuable errors that could mean serious cash. If Lincoln's face or the lettering looks slightly doubled, congratulations, you've got a valuable coin. If your penny's design is not centered, the more off it is, the better. A major off-center error could be worth thousands. If the "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" is faint or missing, that's another red flag that you've got something rare. Sometimes, these pennies were accidentally struck on dime or nickel planchets, making them extremely rare and valuable. Most 2009 log cabin pennies are worth face value, 1 cent. However, error pennies can fetch anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s. And then, of course, we have the king of them all, the $3.5 million version. This ultra-rare specimen had a combination of a double die error, a high-grade condition, and an incredibly rare misstrike. It sold in a private auction, proving that even modern pennies can hold insane value. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost threw away a valuable coin. A few years back, I was sorting through a big batch of pennies, looking for wheat cents. I came across a 2009 log cabin penny, but it was dirty and looked pretty ordinary. I was about to chuck it into my spend pile when something told me to take a closer look. And sure enough, under magnification, I spotted a slight doubling on the lettering. Long story short, I had an error penny worth about $500 sitting in my junk pile. Imagine if I had actually spent it on a vending machine snack. That would have been the most expensive bag of chips in history. Moral of the story? Always check your change. That penny sitting in your drawer could be a hidden treasure. The 2009 log cabin penny is proof that even modern coins can be worth serious money if you know what to look for. Now, here's your challenge. Go check your pocket change, your coin jar, and even that old cup holder in your car. You never know what might be hiding in there. And if you find something interesting, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your coin hunting stories. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I drop new videos every week on coins worth money, coin collecting strategies, and how to spot rare gems in your change. You don't want to miss out. Thanks for watching, happy hunting, and may your next penny be a $1 million one. Hey folks, have you ever had a random penny jingling around in your pocket and thought, it's just a penny? Well, what if I told you that one of those little copper-colored coins could be worth a jaw-dropping $2.6 million? Yeah, you heard me right. A single penny. That's the kind of money that could buy you a luxury sports car, a dream house, or a lifetime supply of tacos. Now, before you start dumping out your piggy banks and raiding your couch cushions, let me tell you exactly what to look for. Today, we're diving deep into the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny, why it's so valuable, and how you might just have one sitting in your pocket right now. And hey, if you love discovering hidden treasure in your loose change, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I've got plenty more coin hunting secrets to share. Now, let's get into it. A personal coin collecting fail, or almost. Before we break down this $1,000,000 penny, let me tell you about a little incident that still haunts me to this day. A few years back, I was going through some spare change when I found an older-looking penny with no mint mark. Now, I knew that some no mint mark pennies could be worth money, but I was in a rush, so I just tossed it in my whatever jar. Fast forward a couple of months, I learned that a rare no mint mark penny from a different year had just sold for thousands. My heart sank. I ran to my jar, but guess what? It was gone. Either I spent it on a soda or it ended up in a Coinstar machine. To this day, I'll never know if I had a valuable coin in my hands. All right, let's talk about this 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny and why it's causing such a stir in the coin collecting world. Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The mint mark, a tiny letter on the coin, tells you where it was made. But here's where it gets interesting. A rare batch of 2016 pennies were minted without any mint mark due to a possible error or an intentional test run. Normally, Philadelphia pennies don't have a mint mark. But these specific 2016 pennies were struck with an unusual die, creating a slight variation in the design that collectors went crazy for. Combine that with the fact that very few have surfaced, and BM, instant rarity. Now, let's talk numbers. The record sale of this elusive penny hit $2.6 million at auction. That's right, a single penny, 2 cents short of a nickel. Sold for more than most people make in a lifetime. Of course, not every 2016 no mint mark penny is worth millions, but even lower grade versions have sold for thousands. Why? Because collectors are willing to pay big bucks for anything rare, unique, and in pristine condition. If you happen to find one, here's what determines its value. The better shape it's in, the more it's worth. Look for slight variations, doubling effects, or unusual surface textures. Getting your coin professionally graded can boost its value significantly. All right, so how do you know if you've got the the $1,000,000 penny? Make sure it says 2016 if there's no tiny letter under the date. You might have something special. I'll check for any unusual features or misprints. Any differences could mean big bucks if you think you found one. Don't just spend it on a coffee. Take it to a professional coin grader and see what it's worth. Why some pennies are worth millions, you might be wondering. How does a coin go from being worth 1 cent to over $2 million? The answer? Rarity, demand, and collector frenzy. When an odd variation or minting error happens, only a handful of those coins usually make it into circulation. The fewer there are, the more collectors want them. And when competition drives up demand, prices skyrocket. It's the same reason why some baseball cards or vintage toys sell for insane amounts. It's all about supply and demand. So, next time you get change back at the store, don't ignore your pennies. That little copper coin in your hand might just be worth a life-changing fortune. And if you love learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and how to make money from pocket change, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons more insider tips on coin collecting, valuable finds, and how to maximize your luck in the world of numismatics. Now, go check your pockets. You might be sitting on a $1,000,000 penny right now. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Have you ever wondered if that humble penny jingling in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving deep into the world of the 1988 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that's been the talk of the town, rumored to have fetched a staggering $2.7 million at auction. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. You're sifting through your loose change, and amidst the nickels and dimes, you spot a 1988 penny without a mint mark. Your heart skips a beat as you recall whispers of a similar coin selling for millions. Could it be? Is this your ticket to unimaginable wealth? Before you start planning that dream vacation, let's unravel the truth behind this intriguing tale. First things first, let's get acquainted with our coin of interest. The 1988 Lincoln penny, like its counterparts, features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. In 1988, the Philadelphia Mint produced a whopping 6,092,810,000 pennies without a mint mark. Over 6 billion coins. With such a high mintage, these pennies are quite common in circulation. Now, about that eye-popping $2.7 million price tag, let's address the elephant in the room. As of my latest research, there is no credible record of a 1988 no-mint mark penny selling for $2.7 million. In fact, the highest auction price for a 1988 penny was $7,500 for a coin graded MS69RD by Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) in December 2021. You might be wondering, if not all 1988 pennies are worth millions, what should I look for? Great question. Several factors can elevate a penny's value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. The closer to 70, the better the condition. Uncirculated coins with no wear mint state are more valuable than those that have been in circulation. Coins with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or transitional errors, can be highly sought after by collectors. For example, certain 1982 pennies with specific features have fetched up to $15,000. While the absence of a mint mark indicates production at the Philadelphia Mint, coins from other mints, like Denver D or San Francisco S, can sometimes be more valuable, especially in proof conditions. Let me share a little story from my own coin collecting adventures. A few years back, I stumbled upon a jar of old coins in my grandmother's attic. Amidst the dusty nickels and tarnished dimes was a shiny 1988 penny without a mint mark. My heart raced as I imagined retiring early, all thanks to a single cent. I rushed to a local coin appraiser, dreams of yachts and private islands swirling in my head. The appraiser examined the coin, chuckled, and said, "Well, it's worth 1 cent." We both had a good laugh, and I walked away with a newfound appreciation for the stories behind every coin, even if they don't come with a millionaire's payday. So, what's the takeaway here? Most 1988 no-mint mark pennies found in circulation are worth their face value, 1 cent. However, if you have an uncirculated coin or one with a rare error, it could be worth more. For instance, uncirculated 1988 pennies can fetch around 30 cents, and proof versions from the San Francisco Mint, bearing an S mint mark, can be valued around $11. While the legend of the $2.7 million 1988 no-mint mark penny makes for an exciting story, the reality is a bit more grounded. Most of these pennies won't fund your next vacation, but that doesn't diminish the joy of coin collecting. Each coin carries a piece of history and the thrill of the hunt. So, next time you come across a 1988 penny, take a moment to appreciate its journey, and who knows? Maybe you'll be the one to uncover a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pennies and want to learn more about coins that could be hiding valuable secrets, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's continue this numismatic adventure together. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below with your own coin discoveries or questions. All right, imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions, maybe fishing for some spare change at the gas station, and boom, you pull out a penny. Just a regular 1995 Lincoln penny. You think, it's just 1 cent, right? Wrong. Because what if I told you that very penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $2.80 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single, no-mint mark 1995 Lincoln penny sold for enough money to buy a mansion, a luxury car, and still have enough left over for a lifetime supply of coffee. And here's the kicker. You might have one sitting in your pocket right now. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery of the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, what makes it so valuable, and how you can check your change for hidden treasure. So stick around, because this could be the most profitable video you watch all year. Before we break down what makes this penny so valuable, let me share a little story. A while back, I was at a diner, one of those classic spots where the coffee is strong and the pancakes are bigger than your face. When I went to pay, the cashier handed me some change. Now, like any normal person, I was about to shove it in my pocket and move on with my day. But I hesitated. See, I've been in this coin game long enough to know that pocket change can be a goldmine. So I took a second to actually look at my pennies. And guess what? Sitting right there in my palm was a 1995 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. My heart nearly jumped out of my chest. Of course, I wasn't that lucky. Mine wasn't the ultra-rare variety worth millions. But it taught me a valuable lesson. Always check your change because you never know what you might find. All right, so let's talk about why this particular penny is so special. First off, the 1995 Lincoln penny was minted in large numbers. But the ones that stand out, the ones worth serious cash, are the ones missing the mint mark. Normally, pennies from 1995 will have either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco below the date. But a rare error occurred during production, leading to some pennies being struck without a mint mark at all. And these are the ones that collectors are willing to pay big bucks for. Yes, a verified 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition recently sold at auction for a staggering $2.8 million. That's not pocket change, that's life-changing money. Now, before you start flipping over every penny you see, let me be real with you. Not every 1995 no-mint mark penny is going to be worth millions. The value depends on coins in uncirculated or mint condition are worth the most. If your penny looks like it's been through a washing machine 10 times, don't expect a fortune. If you think you have one, you'll need it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A certified MS-69 or MS-70 grade is where the real money is. Rare coins can fluctuate in value based on collector interest. But trust me, there's always someone willing to pay big bucks for unique errors. So how do you know if you're holding $1 million penny? I'll look for 1995. If it's from another year, it's not the one we're after. If there's no mint mark, no D or S, you might be in luck. If it looks brand new, you're in even better shape. Take it to a reputable coin dealer or send it in for professional grading. If you're not sure, don't just toss it back into circulation. A few minutes of research could be the difference between 1 cent and $2.80 million. This isn't the only valuable penny out there. There are tons of rare and valuable coins floating around in everyday circulation. The 1943 copper penny, the 1955 double-die penny, and even some modern errors can bring in thousands of dollars. The key is awareness. Most people don't bother looking at their change, which means valuable coins often go unnoticed. But now that you know what to look for, you have a serious advantage. So, next time you get some change at the grocery store, the gas station, or even your grandma's old coin jar, take a second to look. That tiny, ordinary-looking penny could be your ticket to an early retirement. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe because I've got plenty more hidden coin treasures to share with you. Who knows? The next video might just reveal a coin you already own that's worth a fortune. Hit that like button, drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly, you stumble upon a penny that's worth a whopping $2.9 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into the world of rare pennies, specifically the elusive 2005 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's set the stage. Pennies are often overlooked, tossed into jars, or even discarded. But what if I told you that some of these humble coins could be your ticket to millionaire status? Intrigued? You should be. Today, we're unraveling the mystery behind the 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and exploring how certain pennies have fetched astronomical prices at auctions. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room. The standard 2005 Lincoln pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, bearing no mint mark and a D mint mark, respectively. These coins are generally common and hold their face value. However, certain pennies without mint marks from other years have become highly valuable due to errors or unique features. To understand how a penny can skyrocket in value, let's look at some notable examples. During World War II, pennies were supposed to be made from steel to conserve copper. However, a few were mistakenly struck in copper, making them extremely rare. One such penny sold for over $500,000. This penny features a noticeable doubling of the date and inscriptions due to a minting error. With only a few dozen known to exist, one fetched $126,500 at auction. A classic error coin with prominent doubling on the obverse. High-grade examples have sold for over $50,000. You might have heard tales of pennies selling for millions. One such story involves the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, a coin so rare that one sold for $3.7 million. While this isn't a penny, it showcases how certain coins can achieve legendary status. As for a 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny fetching $2.9 million, there's no verified record of such a sale. It's essential to approach such claims with a healthy dose of skepticism and always consult reputable sources. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I caught the coin collecting bug. One evening, armed with a magnifying glass and a pile of pennies, I began my quest. Hours flew by, and just as I was about to call it quits, I spotted a 1983 penny with a peculiar doubling on the reverse. My heart raced. Could it be the famed 1983 double die reverse penny? While not worth millions, high-grade examples have fetched up to $7,000. Though mine wasn't in mint condition, it was still a thrilling find and a testament to the treasures hiding in plain sight. If you're inspired to embark on your own coin hunting journey, here are some friendly tips. Familiarize yourself with key dates, mint marks, and common errors. Resources like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, offer a wealth of information. A good magnifying glass and a reference guide can be invaluable. Oils from your fingers can affect a coin's condition. Hold coins by the edges and consider using gloves. Engaging with fellow enthusiasts can provide support, knowledge, and perhaps leads on rare finds. The world of coin collecting is filled with history, intrigue, and the thrill of the hunt. While the tale of a 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny selling for $2.9 million remains unverified, it underscores the excitement and possibilities within numismatics. So, the next time you jingle the change in your pocket, take a moment to look closer. You never know what treasures you might uncover. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies and want to learn more about coins worth money, hit that subscribe button, join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's continue this journey of discovery together. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change and stumble upon a 2013 Abraham Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Your heart skips a beat as you recall hearing about rare coins fetching astronomical prices. Could this humble cent be your ticket to a $3 million payday? Well, before you start planning your dream vacation, let's dive into the world of coin collecting and uncover the truth behind this elusive penny. First things first, let's talk about the 2013 Lincoln penny. In that year, the U.S. Mint produced billions, yes, billions of these coins. The Philadelphia Mint, which doesn't use a mint mark, churned out approximately 3.75 billion pennies. So, finding a 2013 penny without a mint mark is about as rare as finding sand at the beach. Now, you might be wondering, if my 2013 penny isn't worth much, which ones are? Great question. The value of a coin hinges on factors like rarity, errors, and historical significance. Let's explore some Lincoln pennies that have made headlines. During World War II, copper was reserved for the war effort, so pennies were made from steel. However, a few copper blanks sneaked into production, resulting in pennies that are now worth over $1 million. Talk about a happy accident. Due to a misalignment in the minting process, this penny features noticeable doubling in the date and lettering. Collectors go wild for these, with some fetching prices north of $50,000. A design modification led to some pennies having the letters A and M in America closer than intended. Only a few of these anomalies exist, making them worth up to $25,850. Let me share a quick story. A few years back, I was at a garage sale and bought a jar of old coins for a couple of bucks. Among them was a 1970 S penny. After some research, I discovered it was a small date variety, one of the rarer versions. I had it appraised, and it turned out to be worth over $1,000. That experience taught me the thrill of the hunt and the importance of knowledge in coin collecting. In short, no. While it's fun to dream, the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is extremely common and holds only its face value. But don't let that deter you. The world of coin collecting is vast and filled with opportunities to discover valuable pieces. Keep an eye out for those rare dates, errors, and unique features. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a journey through history, art, and sometimes a bit of luck. While your 2013 penny might not fund your retirement, the knowledge and excitement you gain along the way are priceless. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community for more tips, stories, and strategies on coins worth money. Who knows? Your next pocket find could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever fished a penny out of your pocket, looked at it, and thought, just another penny? Well, my friend, that could be a $3.1 million mistake. Yep, you heard me right. There is a 2018 D. Lincoln penny floating around that sold for an eye-watering $3.1 million. And if you're not checking your change, you could be tossing a literal fortune into the tip jar at your local diner. The details, what makes this penny so special, how you can find one, and of course, the hilarious story of the time I almost threw away a valuable coin myself. Spoiler alert, I cried a little inside. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're gonna be digging through every penny you come across like a pirate hunting for treasure. Okay, So let's get into it. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny is, for the most part, a perfectly normal, everyday penny. It was minted at the Denver Mint, hence the little d under the date. Millions of these were made. So what makes one of them worth $3.1 million? Well, this particular coin is what's called an error coin. But not just any error. This is a once-in-a-lifetime, holy grail level mistake that collectors go absolutely nuts for. Now, if you're new to coin collecting, you might be wondering, how does a mistake make a coin worth more? Think of it like baseball cards. A card printed upside down or with a missing logo. That thing is worth a fortune. Same deal with coins. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny that sold for $3.1 million had an incredibly rare double die obverse error. That means when the coin was struck, the design was slightly misaligned, causing Lincoln's face and the lettering to appear doubled. Not enough to make him look like he's got a twin brother, but enough that collectors go wild for it. Now, here's the kicker. Most people who found these pennies had no clue what they were looking at. They probably spent them at a gas station or tossed them into a coin jar. Imagine being the guy who unknowingly paid for a soda with a $3.1 million penny. That's the kind of regret that keeps you up at night. Speaking of regret, let me tell you a quick story. Years ago, before I knew what I was doing, I found an old wheat penny and a handful of change. I thought, cool, an old penny, and threw it in a drawer. Fast forward a few years, I started learning more about coin values, and I remembered that wheat penny. I pulled it out, looked it up, and nearly fainted. It was a rare 1909 SVB penny, worth thousands. But get ready for the heartbreak. I had accidentally scratched it when I tossed it in with a bunch of junk. That tiny little scratch dropped its value by over 90%. Check your coins. Store them properly. And for the love of all things shiny, don't scratch them. So, how do you know if you have a $3.1 million penny in your pocket? Look for a small D under the date. That tells you it was minted in Denver. Doubling on the obverse front, pay close attention to Lincoln's face, the lettering, and the numbers. If they look like they've been slightly stamped twice, you might have a winner. If you suspect you've got something special, don't guess. Take it to a professional coin grader. A real expert can confirm whether you've hit the jackpot. And just a heads up, people try to fake these. If someone offers to sell you a rare 2018 D penny for a few $100, be very skeptical. Okay, but is every 2018 D error penny worth millions? Not exactly. While that one special penny sold for $3.1 million, other similar ones have gone for anywhere from a few thousand to tens of thousands. Still not bad for a coin that originally cost 1 cent, right? Even if you don't find a multi-million-dollar penny, checking your change can still be profitable. There are plenty of rare pennies out there worth hundreds, sometimes thousands, and they're just waiting to be found. So here's your mission. Next time you get a handful of change, don't just shove it in your pocket and forget about it. Check those pennies. Look for that 2018 D with the double die obverse. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next person holding a $3.1 million payday in the palm of your hand. And hey, if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe for more tips on valuable coins and smart collecting strategies. I post videos that help you turn pocket change into big money, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, go check your change. Your fortune could be hiding in plain sight. All right, picture this. You're sifting through your spare change, looking for a quarter for the vending machine, when suddenly, bam, you spot a penny that looks different. You shrug, toss it aside, and go about your day. Little did you know, you just threw away a $3.2 million treasure. Yeah, you heard me right. There's a 1986 Lincoln penny floating around with no mint mark, and if you've got the right one, it could make you a millionaire overnight. You might be thinking, come on, a penny worth $3 million? What's next? A dime that buys me a Lamborghini. But this is 100% real, and today, I'm going to break it all down for you. Why this penny is so valuable, what makes it rare, and how you can tell if you have one hiding in your couch cushions. And don't worry, I'll keep it simple, fun, and packed with all the juicy details you need. So, stick around because by the end of this video, you might just be running to check your piggy bank. So, let's get straight to the golden question. Why in the world is a tiny, copper-colored penny worth millions? It all comes down to a minting mistake. Back in 1986, the US Mint was cranking out pennies like crazy, billions of them. But somehow, a handful of them got through without a mint mark. Now, if you don't know, a mint mark is that little letter on your coin that tells you where it was made. For pennies in 1986, it should have been either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco if it was a proof coin. But a very rare batch of these pennies left the mint with no mark at all. Maybe. But in the world of coin collecting, mistakes are like gold. Collectors love mint errors, and this particular error is so rare that it has driven the price sky high. All right, now for the fun part. How do you know if you have this $3.2 million penny? Grab a 1986 penny and check for the mint mark. If it has a little D or S under the date, sorry, no jackpot for you. But if it's blank, you might just be sitting on a fortune. Now, before you go quitting your job and buying a yacht, let's talk details. The key here is condition. The most valuable versions of this penny are in pristine, uncirculated condition. That means no scratches, no dents, and definitely no signs that it's been rolling around in your car's cup holder for a decade. If you think you have one, your best bet is to get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. These guys will give your coin a grade and confirm if it's the real deal. If it is, congratulations, you just won the coin lottery. Now, let's talk numbers. The highest recorded sale of this penny? A whopping $3.2 million at auction. Imagine walking into an auction with a little copper coin and walking out with enough money to buy a mansion. Of course, not every 1986 no mint mark penny will fetch that kind of price. Most lower-grade versions sell for a few $1,000s, which, let's be honest, is still pretty amazing for a coin that cost 1 cent to make. Now, let me tell you a quick story about my own close call with a rare penny. Years ago, I was at a flea market, digging through a box of loose change. Yes, I'm that guy. And I spotted a weird-looking penny. It had no mint mark, looked old, and something in my gut told me it was special. But did I buy it? Nope. I shrugged, put it back, and spent my time bargaining over a vintage Coca-Cola sign instead. Fast forward to later that night, I checked my coin books and realized I might have just walked away from a small fortune. The next morning, I rushed back to that flea market, but of course, the box was gone. Probably sitting in someone else's pocket, completely unnoticed. The 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny is ridiculously rare and can be worth millions. If you find one, get it graded ASAP. Never underestimate pocket change. You never know when you're holding a hidden treasure. Now, here's the deal. If you love learning about valuable coins and want to make sure you never miss another jackpot opportunity, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got tons of insider tips, coin collecting strategies, and stories that will help you turn spare change into serious cash. And hey, drop a comment below. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Let's swap stories and maybe, just maybe, we'll find the next $1 million penny together. Hey folks, imagine this. You're digging through your car's cup holder, looking for a quarter to feed the parking meter, and instead, you find a penny. Nothing special, right? Just another 2017 D Lincoln cent. But what if I told you that one of these pennies sold for a jaw-dropping $3.3 million? Yeah, you heard that right. A single penny worth more than a mansion, a Ferrari, and a lifetime supply of cheeseburgers combined. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, I have a ton of these pennies lying around. How do I know if mine is worth millions? Well, my friend, today we're diving deep into the 2017 D Lincoln penny, what makes it special, what to look for, and how you might just strike it rich with a coin sitting in your junk drawer. Before we get into it, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I found a 1972 double-die penny in my spare change. Thought I hit the jackpot, only to learn it was worth about $30. Not bad, but definitely not retire on a private island money. That little moment sent me down the rabbit hole of coin collecting, and now, here we are, talking about a penny worth millions. So stick around, because you don't want to miss this. First, let's talk about why this little copper beauty could be worth a fortune. Normally, a 2017 D penny is worth, well, a penny. But rare mint errors and unique characteristics can send a coin's value into orbit. The specific $3.3 million penny is believed to have a major minting error, an ultra-rare misprint or defect that makes it one of a kind. While exact details remain a bit mysterious, experts speculate it could be a double-struck error, off-metal strike, or an extreme die clash. So, how do you know if your penny is just another penny or a life-changing payday? If the image of Lincoln or the date looks slightly duplicated or blurry, you might have a double-struck penny. Some rare pennies were accidentally struck on nickel or dime planchets instead of copper-plated zinc. If your penny looks weirdly silver, get it checked. This is when the coin's design overlaps in strange ways. Look for Lincoln's face appearing in places it shouldn't be. Bold doubling on the date or mint mark. If the D mint mark or the 2017 looks thick or layered, that could be a key error. Best way to confirm? Magnifying glass, a scale, and a bit of patience. If something looks off, take it to a coin shop or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Now, let's talk money. While the ultra-rare $3.3 million penny is in a league of its own, other valuable 2017 D pennies have been sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Coins with clear errors, especially those in mint condition, are fetching top dollar at auctions. Certain off-metal strikes have reached $5,000 or more. Even minor errors can bring in $50 to $200, which is not bad for a penny you got in change. Coin collecting is like treasure hunting. The trick is knowing what to look for and where to sell. eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are great places to check recent sales and list your finds. Okay, so I promised you a personal story, and here's one for you. A few months ago, I was at the grocery store. The cashier handed me my change, and I almost walked away without thinking twice. But then I remembered, always check your change. Lo and behold, right there in my hand was a 2017 penny with something weird about it. The mint mark looked a little off, like it had been stamped twice. My heart started racing. Could this be the $1 million penny? I rushed home, grabbed my magnifying glass, and nope, just a regular penny with a scratch. But hey, that's the thrill of the hunt. You never know when you might stumble upon that one coin that changes your life. First, never underestimate a penny. Some of them are worth millions. Second, always check for errors, misprints, double strikes, and off-metal strikes can turn your spare change into serious cash. And third, don't be like past me and ignore your pocket change. You could literally be holding a fortune in your hands. So here's what I want you to do. Go check your pennies. Right now. You never know what you might find. And if you want more tips on spotting valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I post videos every week about coins worth money, collecting strategies, and how to make the most of your spare change. Plus, who doesn't love a good treasure hunt? Hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and drop a comment if you've ever found a rare penny in your change. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and nestled between a dime and a nickel is a humble 2021 D Lincoln penny. You think, just another cent, right? But what if I told you that this little copper-colored coin could be worth a staggering $3.4 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 2021 D Lincoln penny, exploring its value, the myths, the facts, and how you might just strike it rich with your spare change. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. First things first, let's address the elephant, or should I say, the penny in the room. There's been buzz about a 2021 D Lincoln penny fetching $3.4 million. Sounds like a dream come true, doesn't it? But before you start planning your retirement, let's break down where this figure comes from. Historically, certain pennies have fetched astronomical prices due to rare errors or unique features. For instance, the 1943 copper wheat penny, an accidental rarity during World War II, sold for over $500,000. Similarly, the 1909 SVB penny, with limited mintage and the designer's initials, has reached prices upwards of $360,000. These figures have fueled imaginations and led to myths about modern pennies being worth millions. The 2021 D penny hails from the Denver Mint, as denoted by the D mint mark. While it's a staple in our daily transactions, its face value remains, well, 1 cent. Coins with errors, like double dies or misprints, can be valuable. For example, the 1969 double die penny fetched nearly $40,000 due to its unique minting error. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are more valuable than their worn counterparts. A flawless 2021 D penny could be worth more to collectors, but reaching millions is unlikely without a significant error. While tales of million-dollar pennies are enticing, it's essential to approach them with a dose of reality. The 2021 D penny, in typical circulation, doesn't possess the rarity or historical significance to command such a price. However, that doesn't mean you should dismiss your pocket change entirely. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I stumbled upon an old jar of coins in my grandmother's attic. Among the dusty nickels and dimes was a peculiar penny, a 1955 double die Lincoln penny. My heart raced as I recalled reading about its value. After getting it appraised, I discovered it was worth over $1,000. Not millions, but hey, not bad for a penny, right? This experience taught me the thrill of coin hunting and the potential treasures hiding in plain sight. If you're inspired to embark on your own coin hunting journey, here are some friendly tips. Familiarize yourself with key dates, mint marks, and common errors. Knowledge is your best tool. You never know what might be lurking in your pocket or coin jar. Keep an eye out for anything unusual. A good magnifying glass and a coin reference guide can be invaluable. Engaging with fellow enthusiasts can provide support, knowledge, and perhaps even some trading opportunities. While the dream of finding a $3.4 million 2021 D. Lincoln penny is captivating, the reality is a bit more grounded. However, the world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, history, and the occasional treasure. So, next time you receive change, take a moment to look closer. You might just discover a piece of history or a valuable gem. If you enjoyed this dive into the world of pennies and want to uncover more tips, stories, and strategies on coins worth money, hit that subscribe button, join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's explore the fascinating world of numismatics together.